What is going on, people? Let's go ahead and talk about Guildfest, but specifically this obtain legendary loot, because a lot of people seem to be a little confused as to how this works. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain it, considering that is my last quest that I gotta do, and I only need one more. So when it says obtain legendary loot, what this basically means is that if you are in a guild and somebody hunts a level 5 monster, or they buy one of the 99 packs, then you get what is considered a legendary loot. Now, in this quest specifically, it doesn't say that you are the one that has to kill the monster or buy the pack. As long as you are in a guild that gets that gifts, or as long as you're in the guild when the person either hunts the monster or buys the pack, you will also get credited for obtaining a legendary loot. So, as a guild, if you can coordinate, maybe getting 3 or 4 people to get this quest and coordinating getting that legendary loot, that's usually the best way to go. That way you don't get 3 legendary loots and then somebody grabs a quest and then you gotta get 3 new ones, etc. There's a nice way to coordinate with this quest. I'm actually gonna go ahead and kill a level 5 queen bee for obvious reasons. But I also told somebody if they want some easy points here at the end, they can just go ahead and grab this one, obtain 1 legendary loot, and they can benefit because I'm going to be killing one myself. So that's pretty much free points. Now we are about 1.7 k points from our last guild fest, and we ranked, I believe, was 12th in the world. So we'll see where we rank right now. But let's go ahead and go into this queen bee, because there's also a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about as far as hunting level 5s. So many people have always said, why don't you hunt level 5s? Why don't you hunt level 5s? Well, first of all, hunting level 5s is all fine and dandy, but generally, hunting level 5s is not worth the energy. Just for the simple fact is that they cost so much energy just for one hit, and that one hit does so little damage to them. Now, of course, there's an off chance that you might get some really good items like a legendary Queen Venom, etc. But the chances of that is really low. So generally speaking, hunting level 5s is not worth it outside of like Guild Fest, or if you're looking for a specific item like a, like a legendary Queen Venom, etc. That's why you don't really see many people hunting level 5s. But since I do need to get this last one, let's go ahead and get started. Now, one of the mistakes that I see people do when they hunt level 5s is that they keep hitting it until it's like very low, like 2-4%, where somebody can port in and take it from you, and you definitely do not want to do that. Now, the first thing that I would suggest you do is to use your hunting grounds. Unfortunately, mine is on cooldown, so I can't use it. But if you have this hunting grounds, even at level 1, it's very good to use. But since mine is on cooldown, I won't be able to use it. Now, the first thing is first, depending on the monster, you gotta pick your team. This is the team that I'm gonna go with. This is very solid physical team. And let's see how much damage one hit does. So let's see. So one hit does about 0.5%. So essentially what that means to me is that if I do 0.5% at this energy with this gear, you can probably see somebody coming in with no boosts or anything, and last hitting it, a max hitting it for a maximum of maybe like 5% or so. So at the very end, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I max hit it. So that means times 6. And I try to get it as far away as possible from somebody else coming in randomly and taking it from me. So let's go ahead and keep building up our hunts. So that goes 0.6%. And at the beginning, that's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and start hitting one by one. You don't want to do times 6, times 6, times 6. Because essentially what that's going to do is it's just going to use way too much of your energy without doing enough damage. So something to keep in mind. Also, while we're in the subject, you can always go into these and just view the battle and see exactly how it goes. So make sure that nobody is like dying or anything like that. Now, I'm not too concerned on this one just because this team is generally really good with their life drain. The only one that does not have life drain is Tracker. So if anyone goes down, the most likely one would probably be Tracker. And if she goes down too soon, then in that case, I probably will just have to change her out for somebody else, as she is actually taking a lot of damage right now, and she does go down. So I'm gonna need to maybe change her out. Let me see. Everybody else is gaining their HP at a decent rate, not the best rate, but decently. So Tracker definitely needs to be changed out. Yeah. So as you see there, Tracker, not a good choice just because she does not stay alive. So we can change Tracker out for somebody that is going to stay alive. Now, a really good option, let me see. Scarlet Bolt, does she have Life Drain? Or Life Leech, I guess is the name of it. Life Leech. She does have Life Leech. I wonder if that's enough. Reason I like Scarlet Bolt in this situation, though, is because she has this. Reduces defense by 120. So that means that she's also going to be helping everybody else do some more damage. So let's take out Tracker and let's put her in and see how well this goes. So let's take a look. And that definitely did way more damage. So we went from what? 0.5% to 1.1. So the damage pretty much doubled. And I get 1,000 gems. So also making sure that your team actually is doing what you need it to do and making sure that everybody stays alive or at least does what you need it to do is very beneficial in this case. So at the very least, I'm doing 1% each attack. So that means that if I times 6, I can do at least 6%. Also, since I changed out the tracker, that means that that initial hit probably did way less than I anticipated. So that's something that you also have to keep in mind. Let me go ahead and get some more energy. Usually, I don't really like using this extra energies on these just because, obviously, like I said, level 5s are generally not worth it. But I'm doing about 1.5%, which is not bad. Also, I didn't take a look at the fight, but I'm pretty sure that Scarlet Bolt is staying alive because the damage is definitely up there. So, but let me just go ahead and make sure that she's not dying or anything like that, and that the Life Leech is good enough to keep her in there. There we go. When you see that little shields down, that means that the monster has some sort of debuff, whether it's from Black Crow or Scarlet Bolt or Femme Fatale, etc. If you see that at all times, that means that you're doing something right. So, yeah, everybody seems to be at a pretty good health. Ooh. He's kind of going down, but this should get him a decent amount of HP back. Yeah. So she stops attacking for a couple of seconds there, which gives him enough time to heal back up. So, yeah. So essentially, this is what you want. You want to make sure that everybody stays alive. You're doing the maximum amount of damage. And then from there on, you just go ahead and you keep attacking. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this train going because Queen Bee sucks. Also, if we could get a legendary Venom. You know what? If we can get a legendary Venom here, we can go ahead and end our beef with the Queen Bee. All right. If she drops any sort of legendary, we can go ahead and drop our beef with her. Not our beef will have to continue. Anyway, let's keep going. 1.5. I think that this eventually is going to get to the 2.5 to 3% range, I'm guessing. At least that's what I'm hoping for. That way, at the end, I don't have to worry about somebody swooping in and trying to kill it. 1.7%, that's looking good. Ooh, I'm liking the 24-hour speed up still. Bad. But again, when you consider the amount of energy that I'm using, it's quite a lot. At this rate, I would have killed maybe 3 or 4 level 3s already. So that's what I mean. Like, it's usually not that advantageous to hunt level 5s often anyway. You can do it here and there, but hunting it often usually is not worth it. Ooh, a bee chrysalis, I want to say that's the name of it. Let's keep going. Let me go ahead and get that legendary event. You know what? Even if you give me an epic, I'm okay with an epic, right? I'm okay with an epic. You drop an epic Venom or anything like that, I will be a-okay. We'll end our beef right here, Queen Bee. What you got? What you got to say about that? Okay. Drop me a Royal Stinger instead. Cheeky little thing. Okay. That's cute. Also, keep in mind the damage is up to about 2.3%. So that means that I can easily kill it at around over 10% now. All of these things are really, really important to keep in mind, because even if somebody is watching you, you will always have the advantage because they will not have the boost. And this is what I mean. The 206% increased damage, and this one goes up to 224. So the more you hunt, the more boost you're gonna get. Up to a certain limit. I forget exactly what was the limit, but I guess we'll find out here pretty soon. So the damage, 800 gems, nice. So it's at 2.5%. So that means that even at like 12%, I can pretty much take it down. 2.7, not bad. The next thing I also want to cover is that if you are doing, like, for instance, 3% each hit, and then like the maximum you can hit for, you estimate is around like 15% or something, don't go to 15% and then max hit there, because there's also an off chance that you might not do just enough damage, because the damage does vary. So in the off chance that you don't do enough damage and you leave it with like 0.5% or something, that's like the perfect opportunity. Somebody's gonna have to jump in and steal it. So lower it down to where nobody else can steal it, but also don't try to overestimate and try to do it too perfectly, because that's when it can backfire. So a lot of different tips to go over. Look at that, 3.3. I feel like that's a really big jump from the last one. 2.9 to 3.3. Yeah, that's like 0.4%. That's a big jump considering it was only one more hit. Also, I'm wondering if I reached the limit on the hunt. Let me see. This one was 339. This one was 360. So it is actually still going up. If I remember right, I think it was 420 or something like that, the max, but I don't recall. We will find out though. We'll find out. 382, 360. So yeah, it is still going up. Also, I don't know how much energy I've used already. I'm sure somebody in the video will probably add it all up and tell you somewhere in the comments. And if you do, I'll go ahead and pin it. But there, 404. I feel like that sounds like that's it. I feel like that's the limit right there, 404. It just sounds very familiar to me. But I haven't hunted a level 5 in ages. Yeah, 404. So 404, 404. So this is the damage that I can expect going forward. Let me go another 5 or 50,000. Okay. So, let me see. So, the damage I can expect, it's about high 3. So, just below 4. So, what was the last one? 3.6, 3.9. So, a good way to estimate that is just to go by 3%. So, the highest I can hit, I believe, is times 6. So, you go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So if I can get it down just below 15, that's all I need. I just need to get it just below 15. That way I can assure myself that I can kill it with my max hit. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm doing about 3.8% each hit. So that means in a couple of more hits, we should be ready to go. And I believe, if I do the math right, in about 5 more hits or so. Yeah, and about 4 more hits. 3.9. That was a pretty good one. One more hit. See, that lowers it down to 22. Okay. Wow, that was straight. All right, so now we're gonna take it a little slower. We'll only add 10,000 here. That way we can just hit it one more time. And there goes 3%. So, okay. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit it one more time. And then I'm going to do a max hit. That way, I know exactly how much damage I'm going to be able to do. So, here we go. This is going to do 4%. That's really good. And then now it's at 14.5. Away from the max hit that somebody can use. And then this is where I'm max hitter right now. Actually, I need one more. Times 6. And that should be enough to one-shot it and keep it away from other people. 14.5. So, there it is. Let me see what this thing dropped. Nothing there, nothing there. And I definitely got a decent amount of speed ups, but considering the amount of energy that I used, probably not worth it. So, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of a rundown. Decent amount of gems too, but overall, just off the bat, I feel like I probably used like 400 to 500,000 energy, and that's a lot of energy for just one level 5. So yeah, hopefully you guys, if you did not understand the quest or what exactly it meant and how you can go about it, that's pretty much the best way to go about it. Let me open up the gifts, see if maybe there's a legendary event I'm waiting for me in here. Oh, relocator ×2, I like that. There's a legendary there, but unfortunately nothing. 300 gems, thank you. What else? Nice speed ups. 200 gems, 800 gems, thank you very much. What else? 400 gems, 400 more gems, more speed ups, 100, and then my B chest literally only gave me a hero chest, legendary. Legendary, but not exactly what we were going for. So let me go ahead and finish up my guild fest. We are at 190.4. We're about to jump up a little bit here, 190.6. There we go. Let me clear up some of these. Nobody actually grabbed it, so let me erase it. That way nobody grabs it and thinking, well, he hasn't killed it or something. And then yeah, so we're only about 1,000 points away from our last score, and we only have an hour and a half left. So hopefully you guys were able to finish up your guild fest pretty well. I just got above 2,000 this time around. Big shout out to everybody that's here on the top. Look at these points, absolutely freaking amazing. So everybody that's up here, freaking amazing job. But yeah, hopefully you guys took away plenty of tips from this video and enjoyed it. Until later, bye.